So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
the game yet to
everybody,
kick off.
welcome to
The
today's
excitement
match.
already palpable. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Tony Adams. Now there is a proper defender, Jim.
Well, not too many Englishmen can rival his leadership qualities, Peter.
He just had so many strengths. You could go on all day about him, couldn't you?
Well, the epitome of solidity, thanks to his winning mentality and ability to organise a back four. You don't argue with Tony Adams. You do what you're told.
Good ball, good take. Saint-Maximin! Mohamed Salah. Over to the left. Mateus. Koundé did well to stay calm there. Koundé tries to clear. It's a sharp pass. Now it's Mbappe. Cannavaro gets over and intercepts. Mbappe is offering some sort of an apology there.
He made it look a bit predictable.
João Neves. Victoria still without a single shot on target. Saint-Maximin. Vitinha. Howson is the team's great visionary. Hernes. Vitinha. Stojkovic. And here's Mbappe. And he's had a hit! That was a matter of inches.
Oh, did the keeper have that covered? I'm not sure he did. I think I need a replay on that one.
Cannavaro. That'll be a throw. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Mateus. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Rummenigge is onto this. Chouameni. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Manchester United clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And this is Mohamed Salah. Cannavaro gets across to intercept that. And it's made its way to him. And he's... And Batistuta! Oh, glorious! Bati goal!
Oh, it was a brilliant way to more or less bring this first half to a close, and you can only applaud.
And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
And we are already promptly back underway.
Victoria can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Mbappe. That has not gone well. Rijkaard. Great vision. And they win it back again. Donnarumma is there to clear. And it's Vitinha. And that was very necessary. Cannavaro. Vittoria, still this single goal behind. And he cuts out the supply. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Now it's Batistuta. Saint-Maximin. He can get that clear. Well, they've got it again. In the end, they found themselves penned in. Nowhere to go. Mbappe. Rummenigge.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing.
Saint-Maximin! There was plenty of power on that. Adams cuts out the pass. Now it's Mbappe. He has a look up. Vittoria can breathe again, just.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Donnarumma clears. Vittoria have it back and can go again. Rummenigge. Tchouameni gets it clear. Oh, that's fabulous. Vittoria are looking desperate here, short on time and options.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves. Vittoria really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
He's got away.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
This looks promising.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
So that's it. It is all over. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest.
Hello, attendees of this.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, we're on the way.
I'll be accused of bias here, but I can't overlook the great professional that is Javier Zanetti.
How's that bias, Jim? He just has the lot. He has such class, doesn't he?
That's it, an oozer of class and an example to all aspiring footballers.
Nicely weighted ball. Adams makes the interception. He's in a great position here. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Oh, not this time, but a lot of applause for the thought.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And now they can spring out of defence. He's shifting through the gears here. Hernes. And it's hoisted clear. And the shot's on here. Red Star have the chance to go the other way. Can he get it through? So it is still 0-0. Raul. Neymar is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. And here's Rivaldo. Shoots! It's in! The breakthrough strike! He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Number 21, El Hadj Diouf.
Red Star have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Corner number 2 then. And the keeper beats it away. Red Star are looking to go forward now. Now it's Osimhen. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Looking to play him in. Adams gets across to intercept that. Vitinha. Raul. Osimhen, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. That's tidy. Cannavaro did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Now it's Osimhen. This looks promising.
Red Star have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Hernes. Rummenigge. And that has put paid to that. And it's
2
Rivaldo.
added minutes has been indicated.
Red Star have it back and can go again. Osimhen! He has done it! 2 up now, and they are cruising. The movements. And the half-time whistle goes. How would you review the first half?
Victoria really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team, so I'd expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose again.
There's the start of the second half. Well,
I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Osimhen goes for a shot! It's loose. That's another chance! And it's there! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Adams going vertical. Now, can they get him away? And the finish! And yes, it's there! Result no longer in doubt. It's just about how many. Just so calm, and that's it. So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And we're underway.
Well, when you say Brazilian fullback, there's only one man, isn't there?
There've been a couple, Jim, haven't there? But I guess you mean Roberto Carlos.
I do, and probably the first of the current crop of fullbacks who played as a withdrawn winger.
And he's had some wow moments along the way.
He excels.
And that's the keeper's ball. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Tries to play it through. Oh, that's a fine interception. Ernest. And it's Salah. It's a pretty loose pass. Belletti. Ruben Neves. Ernest. Passing is crisp and sharp. Mohamed Salah. Rodri.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
Rummenigge. Mohamed Salah. It's Salah! Goal! Victoria! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
So we have our breakthrough.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Milan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Ambitious ball here. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Hernes looking to be a menace in the final third. Looking for the run. Perez. And that has sent him sprawling. Milan with the corner, there first. Howson can get it clear. He's going for goal! Just a fraction high.
Well, I think the defence are breathing a big sigh of relief here. He really spanked that and it wasn't far away at all.
Probing pass. Oh, Inzaghi! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
It's their second corner of the game. Victoria have the chance to go the other way. And it's made its way to him. That's a shade optimistic. Cannavaro. And it's Perez. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Oh, just lacked a decent finish. Hernes bops him off it and wins back the ball. Mateus.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
There's the whistle for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Victoria are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good. And we're underway again.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Rummenigge unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And this is Mohamed Salah. Oh, strongly challenged there. Neuer with the clearance. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. That pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Now it's Rivaldo. No, that's been intercepted. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Mohamed Salah. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they've settled for a riskier approach now to defend this.
Knocks it into space.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Some really good ball movement. Quality ball. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Rivaldo. Oh, what a mistake! Tries to pass it through. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Cleared without complication. And reclaimed it in a trice. Threads one in. Casillas breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball.
Milan really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Now it's Berbatov. Cannavaro does really well to win the ball there. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. He's away!
Milan really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw left.
There's the shot! Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. And this is Berbatov. That's that, the end. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Mohamed Salah. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And as you can see, we've already started here. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, a player that's very much moulded in the role of the...
Takes a shot! He's scored! And the game springs instantly to life!
The perfect show of intent, great purpose, great industry, and great confidence.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Victoria are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. That has ended up in no man's land. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Now it's Batistuta. That's an imaginative pass. And here's Batistuta.
Victoria really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Hakan punts it upfield. Decent progress down the left. Danielson. Mohamed Salah. He's gone forward. Not the most accurate pass. Mateus is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Looking for options for movement. Danielson delivers. Didn't quite get enough on that.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Indonesia with the corner. They're first. Cannavaro attempts a clearance. Victoria are looking to go forward now. And it's Kukçu. And he's had it nicked away. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now then, the ball's come loose. Kukçu. He's a sharp little ball here. Danielson picks it up out wide. Adams can get it clear. Corner number 2 then. Big header! Same again, same outcome.
Indonesia really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Two added minutes has been indicated.
Roberto Carlos. And we hit half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
And the game has already resumed here.
Victoria can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Costa Curta. Here's Roberto Carlos. Danielson. Ernest. Now that looks a decent ball. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Neymar. Kukçu! They want to be quick to... In he goes again! Ernest, the specialist in tearing teams apart. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the stats are pretty telling here. It's hard to argue with the scoreline when you carry so little threat.
Roberto Carlos. And it's Roberto Carlos. Danielson. It's Roberto Carlos. Costa Curta. Now it's Batistuta. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Mateus. And they win it back again.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Up he goes! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Indonesia have their third corner. And he's taking no chances there.
Indonesia surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
There's the shot! Oh, what? And another try! It's a goal! And surely that clinches it! There really is no way back now! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, at one stage he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Indonesia are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that 2-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Tries a shot! And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Rummenigge.
Indonesia are totally dominant in the middle of the park. A no-way through zone.
Oh, that's clever. Oh, shooting chance! It's loose now and they want to get it back. The whistle has gone and it is all over. Victoria were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered. That is simple. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So that's got things underway.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you can expand on that for us. It scores! What a wonderful goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing. Having the composure to score is another.
Victoria finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Oh, just skips past his man.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Schlotterbeck getting this one clear.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
He can run onto that. Now it's Lee Kang-in. And that's and a chance! He scores! Again in a trice, and they are soaring! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Portugal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Rummenigge. And this is Batistuta. Knocks it into space. Batistuta! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Batistuta has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Albert Ferrer picks it up out wide. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. And he cuts out the supply. And it's Salah. Passing is crisp and sharp. Can he get it through? Rummenigge showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Rummenigge. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Batistuta, forever the opportunist. A sniff, that's all he needs. And no, that was never going to make it.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Great vision. Always onto this. Oh, he's been caught. And Batistuta! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. You don't keep those outs. He knew, he just knew.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Rummenigge, shot a goal! It's hit the upright. And it's half-time here. Oh, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half. There's the start of the second half. So, 45 minutes to turn it round. Good ball, good take. Howson. There's Locatelli. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Goes for the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Rummenigge. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. He's in a great position here. Now this could be a chance. Victoria needed that. They really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Great defending, strong and determined. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Schlotterbeck spots it and intercepts. Mohamed Salah finds himself offside. Rijkaard. Lee Kang-in can see things others simply cannot. Batistuta! And that is doing no harm at all.
Substitution for Portugal. Number 18, Scholes. Coming on to replace him is number 22, Ryan Shaki.
And that's it. Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Begden alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The
everybody,
game yet
and
to kick
welcome
off.
to today's
The
match.
excitement already palpable. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Well, down the years, of course, Argentina have produced some of the greatest striking talent ever, and Gabriel Batistuta embodies that.
Yeah, he does. And in terms of out-and-out goal-scoring centre-forwards, I can't recall much better.
So you fancy him to score today?
I would think there's an extremely good chance.
Neymar. Rummenigge. Great vision. Rummenigge. Big chance! What a chance! Goal! Victoria! And Victoria are in front! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the fit.
Platini! It's there! And the lead lost no time at all!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in restoring the deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Chelsea grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams...
Can he finish? Zanetti. And it's Salah. Tonali can see things others simply cannot. Rummenigge! Oh, he hit that sweetly. And this is Mohamed Salah. And that pass just didn't quite work. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Neymar. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Vitinha. And this is Mohamed Salah. Victoria ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. And he's quick to snatch it back. Platini looking to add to his goal. And here's Neymar. Serginho. Chance to deliver. Cleared away. Now who's going to be first to this? Mohamed Salah. This looks promising. Oh no, that was never going to make it. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Rummenigge receives it in a good position here. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Vitinha is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And we've reached half-time. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1. There's the whistle then to start the second half.
Victoria clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior going on the finish! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Batistuta is offering a right smile there.
Chelsea with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. Chelsea given another corner number 2 then. Neymar with the short one. Zanetti, oh, smashing header, in he goes again. Oh, that was no routine save.
Batistuta actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Platini, deep cross, and the keeper beats it away. He's played it back. And it's Zanetti. Now it's Platini. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Can he latch on to this? Rummenigge picks it up out wide.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And they're back on the ball again. Chelsea are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Now it's Neymar. Vitinha. Mohamed Salah. He's in a great position here, and there's green grass ahead of him. Platini is always looking to break lines. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And here's Neymar. Vitinha. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Mohamed Salah has created one goal already, and that could set him on his way. He's shifting through the gears here. He's having a shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Oh, super ball! Well, there's the clearance. Rummenigge. Now this could... It's Salah! Goal! Victoria! And they're back in front. That was easy, almost too easy.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
Victoria go into the lead.
Well, it's better late than never, Peter, and that's potentially decisive now.
And this is Batistuta. Kilishoy. Big chance! Sticks it away! We thought it was over! It's all square once more! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter, it's...
Shapes to shoot! Oh, it's in! Late in the day! This could well be it!
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
Has been indicated.
Victoria take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet.
4 added minutes on the board. And there goes the final whistle. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The game yet to
everybody,
kick
and
off.
welcome to
The
today's
excitement's
match.
already palpable. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And that gets things running. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity or being more direct in providing a threat up front, we're bound to see something special, I hope.
Because we always have in the past.
Indeed.
Now that's well seen too. Howson makes the interception. Vitinha. A probing pass. And that's put paid to a promising move. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Rummenigge.
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
It's a good spell of possession, this. Bruno Fernandes. Victoria have had plenty of possession, but few, if any, genuine chances. Victoria finding their passes. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Neymar is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Howson. And it's Rijkaard. Victoria looking to pass their way through.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Threads one in. Well, that pass isn't the best. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Oh, there's a probing ball. Played into space. Well, that has not gone well. Mateus. Now it's Mohamed Salah. And it's Vitinha. He's being urged to shoot. Ball's over the line, and it is a corner.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
That has been knocked clear. Danger averted for now. And now they can spring out of defence. And this is Mohamed. It's Salah! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
It's their second corner of the game. A terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Roberto Carlos. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Neymar's cross. Howson with the clearance. And that'll be the last act of the first half. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. And we are up to the break.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained, so I'm looking forward to what's to come.
So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Victoria are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Now he's off and running. Oh, nicely intercepted. Nicely aimed pass.
Victoria have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Onana. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Spread it left. Vitinha is the team's great visionary. Mateus. Oh, that's a key interception.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Rijkaard. Ernest. Neymar. Spread out to the left. Played into the middle. Casillas deals with that nice and simple. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Onana spots it and intercepts. Zanetti. Xavi Alonso. And here's Neymar. Looking tight. Bruno Fernandes! Vitinha.
This has been a better game than the scoreline suggests, and it really does merit a go.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. Pass somewhat off target. He has a look up.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try it.
And that is that. So we finish as we started. Try as they might, neither was able to break through. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Victoria certainly has.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. that gets things running.
For the ultimate model of consistency and longevity, there is the perfect example in front of us.
Javier Zanetti goes on forever, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, that's why they call him the tractor. He just ploughs on and on with boundless energy.
Sao Paulo looking to pass their way through. Ball's played through. No, he's just misjudged that one. Plays it in. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, he hit that sweetly.
Well, that would have asked some awkward questions of the keeper had it stayed on target.
Can he get on the end of this? And he's there to retrieve it. And this is Mohamed Salah. He's away! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Ah, good steal. He just read it. Played into space. Adams spots it and intercepts. Adams calmly anticipates. Victoria yet to have an attempt on goal. And he's intervened well there. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Hernes. Beckham. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Looking for options for movement. And this is Royce. Vitinha is always scanning the pitch for targets. DiMarco. Vieri has been caught there, it's a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score. And obviously, he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Great chance here from position A1. A real opportunity here from a position of great potential. Vieri! And that's caused a worry or two.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. DiMarco clears. And here's a player who has defined a generation. Spread out to the left, pass somewhat off target. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. Pele looking to get on the end of this. Rijkaard.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed. That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Beckham. Royce.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Knocks it into... and the shot! Good effort, and it is right on half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half
and
brings.
a quick reminder today that parking
What
in
have we
the
learned
area
from the
around
first
stadium
45
is
minutes?
strictly forbidden.
Well, there's no way
Please
to
use
disguise the
parking
fact that they've been
provided by
poor.
any other paid
Not a
parking
single shot
facilities
on
in the
goal
area.
tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
Coming on the field is...
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Victoria really are going to need to improve in a hurry if they don't want to fall behind here. Upping the intensity and the tempo will be their starting point.
Oh, what a ball! And a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Rummenigge is offering a wry smile there. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Oh, smashing header! That's a half-decent try.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Decent progress down the left. Owen looking to run onto it. Oh, he's been... And a chance! Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
That's a decent clearance. Takes the shot! Keeper's not concerned by that.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
Sao Paulo are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape. They've got to be ready to... the plan.
Pele with the cross. Yeah, he's offering an apology for that. He needed to deliver a better ball. Royce chasing after it. Rodri. Pele. Now, can they get him away? Kirkchu. Well, no goals, but certainly no shortage of action.
Well, from an entertainment viewpoint, it's not the scoreline we would have...
Rummenigge is on his own. And it's hoisted clear. And here's Mohamed Salah. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. And he's going to have his name taken.
Yeah, it would seem a little too far out, and this will probably be a dink far post.
Great ball, and he's in here. Royce. Pele going face-to-face with his great rival.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And here's Owen. Now it's Pele. Owen. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge.
Well, they've got one eye on the clock, but the balancing act is very fine at this stage. Go for it, and it
goes for a shot! He's scored! Finally the breakthrough!
Well, you can see what it means to all of them. A frustrating game, but now they have what they wanted, and they're rightly pumped and ready to go again.
After 83 minutes...
He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
Victoria have taken the lead.
What a great time to score, but it does give the manager a real headache. Does he sit on this lead now, or try and finish it off?
Oh, some tackle that.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Rummenigge unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
Added minutes has been indicated.
Kukcu, and it's Owen. Mateus. 4 added minutes on the board. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. And that's going to be a booking. Baresi cut. And that's that. Victoria have held on. They have deserved the tightest of leads. Rummenigge taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so.